Hey everybody, welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders, PDX Picker channel. I am Chris. Got some orders. We're going to pull on eBay. Nothing sold for me on Poshmark over the weekend. Just a little bit concerning, but I also haven't cross-listed anything over there for probably 2 weeks or more. It's probably not too surprising, which is why I went ahead and cross-listed 5 or 6 items this morning to hopefully get the ball rolling. And then today is the big day where Mercari is going back to their old fee structure. Woo! So I went ahead and cross-listed a few items on there as well, but we will see. It is yet to be determined whether the buyers will go back to Mercari, because it's been months since they've been charging all these buyer transaction fees and things. Stick around for after a little bit of, I'm going to pull a few orders, and then I got to tell you, it shocks me time and time again what sells on eBay. The craziest things, in my mind, sell on eBay compared to some of the things that you would think, why in the world has that not sold? That is so cool. That is so interesting. Why hasn't that sold? And then compared to the things that do sell. So stick around. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and pull the first order. It is a pair of Hoka shoes. Interesting thing about these is they are in really bad condition, and picked them up for $2.99 at my favorite thrift store. I really hope this microphone doesn't sound as bad as it did the last time I recorded. It sounded all, I don't know, crickly crackly or something. So fingers crossed this version is better. So these right here sold. I cleaned them up, so from the 3-foot mark, they look pretty good. It's just when you start getting closer and closer, that's where things start to break down. There's a decent amount of sole wear or tread wear, and then the biggest issue is all of this heel wear in the back there. Just big old holes. But I sold these for $24.99 in spite of that, and in maybe 3 weeks, probably not even that long. So these are the Gaviota 4s. I feel like there might even be Gaviota 6s out right now. I'm not sure. Either way, beater pairs of Hokas will still sell, obviously not for as much, so they only sold for 25 bucks, but they'll still sell because, I don't know, people maybe either want to get into the Hoka shoe at a discount price. You know, it's $60 to $80 to get a decent used pair, and $130 to $180 to get a new pair. So maybe they want an entry-level pair, or maybe people are getting them because they know that they're going to run in the rain or run in the mud, and they know that they like the feel of the cushion that's in the Hokas themselves, but they don't really want to care about what happens to the shoes. I don't know. Either way, they will still sell. I'm looking all over for this jacket that sold. I think this is the big money seller of the day, and I can't find the darn thing. It's heavy, so makes me think that I should probably see. Maybe I didn't hang it. It might be so heavy that I didn't hang it. Let's look at what my custom SKU says. Nope, it says the rack. So I'm either blind or I'm blind. One of the two. I'm going with blind. I think that that's what it is, but should be very obvious. It's black. It's a leather. It's my Ping jacket that I just sourced not that long ago, for crying out loud. Well, I'm going to have to put down the camera and figure out what in the world I did with this. There it is right there. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I double hangered it because it's a heavy item, but it's this Stewart and Strauss Letterman's jacket, Ping. Picked this up for, it's either $13 or $15. I can't remember which, but let's just say 15. And that sold very quickly for $80 plus shipping. Got this at Goodwill. yeah, just a super cool, like, heavy Letterman's jacket with the big, huge Ping logo on the back. So yeah, like I said, that sold in, a couple of weeks. There just wasn't any others listed. They don't come up for sale too often. This was a good size. It was a large. Was asking $99.95 and took an offer for $80. One more item. No. Just listed these Scentsy's. And one is a Valentine's Day one. One is a Easter egg. And they both sold to the same person. So I have a lot of quickly listed, recently listed, quick to sell items in today's poll. Some of them have been around for a while, but these ones have all been listed in the last month. So I wanted to make sure to list these. I'll just show you here. There's the Valentine's Day one on the bottom and the Easter egg at the top. One of those I sold free shipping. One of those I sold plus shipping. So I don't need to worry about refunding shipping to the person, but sold for $51.85 plus $10.95 shipping. I don't know exactly how I'm going to ship these, but it'll probably be around $15-ish or so to ship them. So getting low on the Scentsy's. I have one left to list. It's not holiday related. Then I have just these over here. Got the Easter bunny. Hopefully we'll sell before Easter. Got a jack-o'-lantern, a scarecrow, and this haunted house. So 3 Halloween-related ones, 1 Easter, and then this one generic one that I haven't listed yet. Not Halloween-related. Hopefully it will sell. Okay, let's pull this. Really surprised that these didn't sell at all during the Christmas season. For some reason, after Christmas, finally sold some. Bought this huge lot of old vintage C9 Christmas bulbs. So these are, I'm guessing, probably from the 90s. Any of you local Northwest people, do you remember G.I. Joe's? Closed not that long ago, but this is a pretty old bag. G.I. Joe's is a store that is no longer in business. It used to be like a kind of like an REI of sorts, outdoor related. But anyway, sold a lot of 4 of these. Tangent, woo! For $4.95 plus shipping. Just replacement bulbs, 1 of each color. I've got probably 15 sets in here. Bought this whole thing for $1. So it'll take a long time to sell because apparently I'm going to sell 1 a year. Hopefully next year I'll sell more. Yeah, surprised I didn't sell any before Christmas ended. But I don't know if this one sounds like it might be burnt out. You know how in like the old light bulbs you can shake them and hear them? I don't know. I wish I had a string of Christmas lights handy. I would test them, but I don't. Okay, so, all right. Here's what sold. When I think of the things that don't sell, it's just surprising. We're talking like old ephemera that I've listed forever that doesn't sell. I have these super cool old vintage travel brochures from Spain from like the 1950s. Just cool, old advertising, kind of from the bygone eras of the 1950s, pictures and just travel brochures from Spain. I actually had one from, I think, Italy and Spain, two different sets that I sold. I sold the Italian one like a year and a half ago. Spanish one cannot sell for the life of me. So that's just one small example of something that, it's also inexpensive. I only have it listed for $15. I'm not asking $100 or whatever. But then on a total whim, I was so close to not even listing this at all, but I decided to look them up, and for whatever reason, these do sell, but they were older versions. You know, like this one's from the 80s, and I think there were like versions of these from the 60s and maybe 70s and prior are selling. I hadn't seen a single one of these sell, but I went ahead and listed it anyway, and it sold. It's this vintage Maxwell House coffee can. This actually was holding a set of plastic Santa light posts. Basically, if you want to have a strand of lights maybe go around the perimeter of your yard, well, you would put these in the ground, and it had a little Santa head on the top and then a little notch for you to put the strand of Christmas lights in. Well, the person I bought that from, they stored them in this Maxwell House can. I paid $2 for the thing of lights, the plastic light post things. And then as I was done listing that, I took a look at this and I said, oh, you know, this is old. Got like dirt and stuff in it, but anyway, this sold for $9.95 plus shipping. It's just crazy to me. So $20, somebody paid for this, $20. You can only assume they have a Maxwell House coffee can collection. And, you know, they want to display it. Maybe. Let me take a look. Where's it going? It is going to California. So I suppose it's possible, unlikely, but possible that it is going to be a prop on a TV show or movie. $20. So I go back and forth on whether or not it's worth listing half of these things sometimes, or worth keeping things listed, I should say. The things that have been, you know, stale in my listings for at least a year, maybe 2 years or more. Well, there's an example of why it's not taking up too much room. Might as well keep it listed. These sold. These are another. This is a pair of Blue Ribbon Digest Flash, Flash and Friends, number 2 and number 1. $9.95 plus shipping for those. All 100% profit at this point. I think this is the no, I don't know. Another one of the better sales of the day. I have a pair of Sorel Caribou boots. Could not think of Sorel. These are not in the most spectacular condition. Bought these for $5 at a yard sale and cleaned them up. These are big, size 13 or 12, one of the two. But you can see on the top here, for whatever reason, this lining is kind of wearing away, but everything else about them is nice. So these Caribou Sorels these are a little bit vintage. These are made in Canada, but it doesn't matter. Canadian made ones, Chinese made ones, or wherever the modern ones are made, they'll sell up, down, left, right, and this way and the other at this time of the year. These are huge hot sellers, and again, less than a month. Sold those for $49.99 plus shipping. So these two here, that stuff sold really quickly. This took about 4 months. This took about, I don't know, close to a year. That took a year. So I basically have stuff that either sold within a month or sold within about a year. It's funny. I was happy to see this one sell. It's a cool old vintage plush, but I don't know how many people it's cool to, but thankfully to this buyer, it was cool enough for them. You remember Deputy Dog? I think it was an old cartoon. Here is a little Deputy Dog plush from Terry Toons. Pretty good condition. Picked this up for about $2 at an estate sale. It might have been $2 or $3. And that sold for $16.95 plus shipping. That, yeah, I guess it's an old Viacom cartoon. It's not that old. It is vintage, but it's from 1997. Cool little sale on that. That one took a little bit longer. This one also took about a month, maybe 2 months. This is the second of my Dixie cabinet wax deli wrap sheets. $25, $24.95 plus shipping for those 500 sheets of deli wax paper. Picked those up for $3.99, second box that I've sold, and that's it. I don't have any more, but I don't know. It's one of those where I question why I even looked it up. Why did I look it up in the first place? But lo and behold, it was worth it. This is one of the took forever to sell varieties. It was so cool that I knew if I stuck around, it would sell. So this is a Wrangler fleece, and got that kind of Aztec print to it, both sides. So this was really popular, and I don't know if it still is super popular. It might be waning a little bit, that Aztec print, but I still think worth picking up. Bought that for $4 at my church rummage sale, and it is a large, but it's a kid's large. So that's the issue with it, and I think the reason why it took so long. It's a kid's large, but I sold it as a women's extra small because based off of, what is that? Based off of measurements and comparing those to other measurements, it's basically about the same size as a women's extra small. So I think that was the main reason why it took so long. Sold for $20 plus shipping on offer. If it was a bigger size, I'm sure it would have sold much quicker. Some sort of fuzz all over this. Can't tell if that is already there. It's part of the problem with these big, chunky fleece things is they are magnets for fuzzies and things of that nature. Yeah, I mean, must have already been on there because it's not coming off. Let's take a look at the photos, make sure. I know you can't really see me, but yep, it's in the photos. A couple more items to pull. 1, 2, yeah, literally 2. Another example of me giving up on Prana. These Prana jeans, men's jeans. I probably spent anywhere from $5 to $9 for these. And do not remember them having this big giant hole in them. See that hole? It's got to be. And with that hole, I'm going to say that I picked these up at the Goodwill outlet. Let's see though. I paid $4 for them. Wherever I got them, I paid $4 for them. So I guess that's okay. I took an offer for $15. Originally had these listed for $20, but I am, like I said, I'm done with Prana. I'm not going to source it unless it's like $1 or less. It just doesn't sell. Worth a poop. All right, says G2, where are you? There it is. All right, last item that sold, and probably the best of my Fiestaware pieces. This is a butter dish in the peacock blue. I have it wrapped up, but plastic wrapped, but paid around, let's say $3 for this, paid $20 for the whole lot. That sold for $35.50 plus shipping. And so again, I have about, 8 to 12 pieces left, mostly plates, a few bowls, but it's nothing exciting. I might try lotting that up for 10 bucks, 15 bucks or something just to get rid of it. It's going to be a pain to ship though. So I don't really know if I'm going to do that because chances are it's going to break when you have that many pieces going. But anyway, if I do just donate it, this and then the other bowl that I just sold were 60 bucks. I made about $75, or I sold about $75 worth of items. So for 20 bucks, I'm still in the profit. It's okay. And I think I just would rather make that much and donate the rest and not worry about taking up space, figuring out exactly how to list it, all that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at with Fiesta. It was another venture into just trying some new things. If I do purchase more Fiestaware in the future, I think it's only going to be the side pieces, the serving dishes, the butter dishes, things of that nature, your normal plates and bowls, like cereal bowls, soup bowls, and dinner plates and mugs. Not big sellers. That's going to do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, get more content like this in the future. Good luck with your reselling ventures out there. We'll see you on the next video. So take care. Bye-bye.